like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 love.
Hello, everyone. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and as y'all can see from the damn title, look, when is all this craziness between Khia, TSMadison, Funky Dineva, Monique? It's just going to end. I mean, Khia went on it was at least an hour. I seen an hour of it. I didn't watch the whole thing because I ain't got time for all that shit. If y'all hear like a fan or some wind, I have my fan on because it is currently 60 degrees right now, even though it is 1 o'clock in the morning, and I forgot to cut my heat off all the way down. Bitch, it's hot. So I cut my fan on. It's not on high though, but in case y'all hear like some wind, that's what it is. Just ignore that. Anywho, you know, Khia did this whole live on IG. She did her gag order, what she had been talking about earlier. And honey, baby, child, Lord Jesus, I love us for real. She went off on what? I won't say she went off, but I will say that she definitely called TSMadison out, put some things out into the air that can kind of explain the whole downfall of the Queen's Court. On one note, I say, you know, not congrats, but, you know, clap for Khia and what she said. On the other hand, it was a bunch of fuckery and bullshit. You know, she started off bringing up the whole Monique situation and saying, first she started off, it was 5 minutes of like her playing some music, waiting for people to come on there. I had to fast forward through that shit. It went from that to her talking about Monique. Now, we all know Monique is a different person, and we all know that sometimes her shit ain't right or whatever, you know. But with the thing that I found an issue with what Khia was saying about Monique, she keep bringing up Monique being molested as a child by her brother, and I call bullshit. As a person, for transparency, as a person who was molested as a child, I don't feel anyone should bring that up to an adult as a reason to say they shouldn't trust someone else. You know, Khia kept saying how Monique can trust her own mother, can trust her own brother or her own daddy, and saying that she shouldn't trust her husband if she couldn't trust her brother. My thing is the fact that Monique's brother molested her, and the fact that Monique supposedly told her mother, and her mother did not believe her, and how her parents did not protect her, does not mean that she shouldn't be able to trust a man later on in life. That's not what we should tell people. We also should not make fun of or bring up being molested as a child as a reason that anyone should not be trusting to their husband as a fucking adult. Because as a child who is molested, you have no control over that, and it can take years to get over that, to trust anybody. So I didn't like that whole part of it. You know, that part I can say that it pissed me the fuck off. It aggravated me. I don't like anyone making light of that situation. And cause you couldn't trust your mother, you couldn't trust your brother because he was over there fucking you. And I'm like, what does her being molested as a child have to do with anything? Anything fucked up Monique done said and did as her adult life, don't bring children being molested into that. Leave that shit separate. I'm gonna say that and leave that alone. So from there, with her saying how Monique can't trust whoever, she then brings up how TSMadison shouldn't trust, her words, not mine, shouldn't trust the sissies around her. I don't like the word sissies, but it is what it is. So she's saying that part. Then she brings up how, she just kept talking about Monique not trusting people because she was molested, and it just kind of, it was stupid, you know. She then bring up how Funky Dineva brought up her kids. You know, she said her kids are grown. She raised them at her house. Her kids are 27 and 28. Her kids have their own kids. Yes, she's a grandmother, so she's going into all that. You know, she brings up how she went to jail, so her kids never had to. And So that she keeps her personal life private, how people didn't even know that she had kids, that she was married, that she's a grandmother, because she keeps her situations private. So my thing is, I don't think if you out here spraying people with their own goddamn tea and giving gag orders and, putting people on the docket because of their personal life, you can't then say, well, y'all don't know nothing about me because I keep my stuff private. Well, some stuff, some people know, so it is what it is. Who gives a fuck? She's bringing up how she does not self-sabotage. She says that she just don't want to get ass raped, basically, meaning I'm not going to let nobody fuck me over just so that I can make a coin later. Now that I completely agree with. When you feel like someone is not doing you right, you don't have to give in to what they doing. You can move the fuck on and keep doing things on your own. By all means, don't get ass raped for no goddamn body. I don't want to get ass raped. I know people around the world don't want to get ass raped. Ass raping is bad. That's just my personal opinion. Some people like anal sex. I ain't one of them. But we see Khia don't want to get ass raped either. Says that she was not really blacklisted as people said. She just says how she don't fuck with certain people. And okay, I give her that, saying how she wants to be respected as an artist and she's not working, and how she doesn't work with anyone who doesn't respect her as an artist. Khia went on this at least hour-long rant. It was a complete rant. And it was just her opinion, which is perfectly fine. But at the same time, I kind of didn't see the point of it. I did, but I didn't. I respect her trying to get her truth out after everyone's kind of wondering what's going on with her, TSMadison, the Queen's Court. So it was her just kind of trying to say what was going on. But she kind of kept jumping back to forth to different topics and saying how, she just kept saying people kept trying to fuck her over, and how she's her best person and she's her manager, she's her promoter, she's her own machine, how she does not have a machine around her, and said how she choose not to work with other people. But I kept thinking to myself, how all the years you've been an artist in this business, why is it that everyone wants to fuck you over? How have you not found one single person who's willing to do right by you? We all know people fuck people over and it can get really crazy. I think the color is off my video. I hope it's not when y'all see it, but it is, because it looks red to me, but whatever. See, now it doesn't look red. Lord Jesus. What if it's my lipstick making the color change? That's funny. But anyway, I just kept thinking, well, how is it that everyone tried to fuck you over? Everyone, you had everyone try to fuck you over, so that's the reason why you're your own machine. Okay, if you say so. She brought up how she does not do radio interviews because they won't pay her, for one, and two, they try to limit what she says. They try to basically police what she says. But we know that's because it's being on the air. You can't be cussing and fussing and basically saying things, because a person can then hold that station liable for what you said. So I get her saying, I don't do radio interviews because I can't be myself. I can't say what I can't say my truth. I think the thing that people sometimes forget is your truth should be your truth, but you can't bring other people into your truth. You can't be like, well, Toya's a hoe, Trina's a hoe, TSMadison is a... You can't bring up other people and kind of say things that you feel to be true, because it can affect the radio station. But again, she has every right to not want to do interviews. That's honestly her right. She says how she does all her stuff on social media, on her Twitter, on her IG, on her Facebook. So that's why she does it, because that's the only way that she can say whatever it is she wants to say. Everyone has an opinion. If you want to give your opinion, make your own channel, make your own IG, make your own whatever on social media, and say what you want to say. Now, honey, when she gets to the part with her and TSMadison, she brings up how she went and did an interview with TSMadison about it was about Remy Papoose, how, Khia was wanting Papoose, a whole bunch of bullshit and fuckery or whatever. Said she went to TSMadison to do the interview, wasn't trying to get paid for, was going to give her the free little scoop, the free little tea. She's saying when she was there, they kind of was, vibing or whatever, and that's where the whole next Carter thing came up. She then says, but when I went to TSMadison, I had already been doing the Queen's Court, I'd already been doing gag order, I'd already been doing my own thing for years and years and years. Okay, we're going to leave that at that. She says that because they was vibing, things was cool, they then said, okay, once a month, we going to do these things together. She says that, but when she went there, the Queen's Court was hers. It was hers in the beginning. It was always hers. And then, but they still decided to do more shows together. She says, she then stops and said, stop trying to claim ownership of Queen's Court. It's not yours. I don't give a fuck how much you spent on doing it. You didn't create it. That was directly at TSMadison, because we've seen on TSMadison's video how she specifically said she spent A, B, and C amount of money on A, B, and C for the dang on show, trying to make the show better. And we saw that. So when Khia specifically said, stop trying to claim ownership of Queen's Court, it's not yours. I don't give a fuck how much you spent on it or doing it. You know what I'm saying? She said trying to license it, having your lawyer contact my lawyer and getting a patent and shit. So this is basically what happened. Khia probably was doing the Queen's Court for who knows however long. And then she probably went to TSMadison about it. They started doing their shows, the Queen's Court together. It got popular and popular and popular. TSMadison, business minded, probably went and got the Queen's Court trademarked, copywritten, patented. She did it the legal way. Meaning if I own the trademark, because the trademark is on me and it's in my name, then anything made from it, I have the licensing right to it. It's basically mine. Now we don't know if she put her and Khia's name on it. Khia didn't mention that. What Khia said was having your lawyers contact my lawyers, getting a patent and shit, trying to license it. And we remember TSMadison said in her video that I try to get the stuff in order. I try to get it to where can't nobody come and take it from us. And and that's what you do with licensing. Everybody, like me, my stuff trademarked, because you want to be sure that whatever you're doing is trademarked and it is owned by you, so no one else can come and take the name of it. And I'm assuming Khia didn't do that. Khia had been doing the Queen's Court for who knows how long, and she probably didn't license it. She probably didn't patent it. She didn't do any of that with it, because she probably felt like, who gonna take it? It's me doing it. Well, sadly mistaken. So that's the reason she is saying, basically, TSMadison stole the Queen's Court from her. She basically saying that TSMadison betrayed her and went behind her back and took it. And it sounds to me like TSMadison did it the legal way, and maybe Khia just didn't like it. But again, we ain't seen the paperwork, so we don't know how she did the trademark or whatever, and who name she put it in. Khia said how, you did all this and didn't tell me or my lawyers anything. We didn't know nothing until someone else brought it up, and we found out what you did, meaning you betrayed me. Khia seems just to be upset, because she also brings up how, with her music and things over the years, how people don't realize that she is her producer, her director, her mixer. She do all her stuff herself. And she said people forget I create stuff and they try to own it. My thing is, you can create whatever you want to create and you can be the creator of it, but if someone else is able to trademark it as theirs, it's fucked up. It's really, really fucked up. But that's kind of what people do sometimes. And that's the reason why it seems like that's why she pissed off. And it's real fucked up if Madison did that. It honestly really is. And, I guess she's saying that's how people have consistently always tried to fuck her over. Because she's the creator of things. She creates it. But then people take it and they try to own it. And she feel like, well, because I'm the creator, I'm the owner of it. And legally, that's not how some things go. And I'm thinking that might be why she's now doing the gag order and not the Queen's Court. That could also be the reason why they doing these Queen's Court live shows and not just the Queen's Court on YouTube. Because if Madison owns the Queen's Court legally, and she don't want, and Khia doesn't want to have TSMadison make any money from it, she don't have to do any shows except the show that she's paid to do. That's the thing, and that's what she's doing. These Queen Court live shows that they doing when they going and doing that damn song and taking a couple of calls or whatever and doing that kind of stuff. Why is it so dark? God, it's driving me crazy. Is it because my light is stupid? I'm sorry, y'all. Hopefully y'all can see me. Y'all can't be real pissed off later. But yeah. So, she's basically just saying how she's pissed off because this is what TSMadison did. She keeps saying, I own it because I created it. Says how, then brings up how Monique felt like Oprah played her when Oprah brought Monique's mother and brother and father on her show years and years and years ago. And Monique assume Oprah wouldn't do that because they were cool. So she said, the same way Monique felt like Oprah played her is the same way I feel like TSMadison betrayed me. I was like, bitch. And it was just at least a full hour of her. This is what she was saying, she says, I came to TSMadison with the Queen's Court and she betrayed me. It's weird because I think people assume because they did that one show this past weekend that they were fully back. They not back, bitch. Khia ain't fucking with TSMadison. I don't care what nobody say. Queen's Court, as far as them two being in it together, is donezo. And if TSMadison even tries to work it out, the fact that Khia went on this rant is one or two things. She either dead ass wrong because her and Madison could have handled this behind closed doors, or TSMadison just could have not given her a choice, and she didn't have any choice but to come and air it all out for everybody to know. My thing is, it makes TSMadison look very, very bad, very, very bad, because it makes it look like TSMadison did steal the licensing for the Queen's Court. But we don't know if TS did that for them both. We don't know if both of their names on the paperwork. We don't know what is going on because, of course, it's just Khia sad. I'm pretty sure TSMadison will give her sad tomorrow, and we'll see what that is. But it is what it is. And, from there, she's kind of went on a whole little tangent about how she's her own machine. She makes her own music in her house, in her bathroom, and how she makes between $5,000 to $15,000 per show. Just performing My Neck and My Back, and she can make $50,000 a month performing that song. And she clearly sounds hurt, because at one point when she kept on saying, I'm my own machine, I don't have a machine behind me, I'm my own person, I do this and I do that, and I sell stuff out my car, and I'm riding around here, and I'm doing A, and I'm doing B, and I'm doing C. She sounded like she wanted to cry, like, y'all don't get how hard I work for my own things, and y'all are making it seem as if I'm a nobody. And I don't think nobody trying to say Khia is a nobody. I don't think that's even what anyone's saying. I think people are still just saying, we know you from this hit from the early 2000s, and that's kind of it. I only know her of having that one song, let's be honest. I only know the My Neck and My Back song. I don't know any other song that Khia has, but she can be much more popular in her own town, in her own state, in her own city. Everyone knows sometimes how a person might be popping. They'll have a song on the radio and they'll be hype in their city, and their city will know more of their other songs, but the world might only know one song. Dej Loaf. Dej Loaf probably is known around the world for that Try Me song, but in Detroit, I think we know a couple of her other songs because it's the city people. Like, I watch Love and Hip Hop New York. I be like, I don't know any of these people's songs, but my people who watch from New York, like, well, no, they got this song and that song because they more popular in their own city. So my thing is, I think Khia's feelings is hurt. I think Khia figured out what was going on, and she got pissed off and she walked off the set. She did bring up how that she only wanted to talk to Monique because she was going to ask her about her mama and the molestation stuff. And I'm looking like, bitch, look. It's just a big ass, messy ass motherfucking mess. And I think I want to hear TSMadison sad. Honestly, I do. Because I think it's hard to only hear one side of a story. And it's easy for Khia to say, well, she stole my idea and she betrayed me. And then if TSMadison come out and say, I didn't betray her, I trademarked it so that no one else could take it. And I believe TS said that in her last thing. But if Khia is all of her feelings and she pissed off, she might not even hear that. All she will probably hear is, you did this without talking to me, and so for that reason, I know you were trying to fuck me and play me, and I don't like that. So, we just have to wait and see what it is. But I wasn't about to listen to this whole 2-hour thing that she did the gag order, because as I said before, I don't watch the Queen's Court, but I did watch an hour of it. It was a lot of cussing, a lot of fussing, and the gist of it is, as she says, Madison betrayed her and went and licensed and trademarked and copyrighted and got a patent for the Queen's Court, and she felt like it's bullshit and fuckery because she came up with the Queen's Court. She said that she was the Queen's Court when she went to Madison, and she gonna still be it when she leave Madison, and can't nobody replace her. And I'm like, all right, girl, have fun with that. So that's my little comments and my thought process on it. It was a lot. It was a lot, and I'm over it. Peace.